So when Bonnie Ross announced that she'll be leaving 343, a lot of people kind of speculated that this wasn't her own choosing. It's not even that people like question that she has a family medical issue to attend to. It's because she says, while I had hoped to stay with Halo, I'm letting you know I'll be leaving 343 and attending to a family medical issue. So if you wanted to take her statement really literally, it does seem like someone was like, no, you gotta go. Because otherwise it might have been phrased more like, I will be leaving 343 to attend to a family medical issue. But regardless, I left it alone. I wasn't trying to speculate about what's going on. However, we just got some information from Brad Sams. If you don't know who Brad Sams is, he was like one of the first people who actually leaked Halo Infinite's name. So it appears he does have some sources. He published this video on Friday, and the reason I wanted to cover it in part is because I have heard a couple of things similar to what he's heard, but my people are like, don't say anything. But now that he said it out loud, it's one of those situations where I can talk about it. I won't lie, it is a little awkward to talk about this because it's like, this is a real person who's no longer working on something. She had been there for 15 years. But the fact is that what sources are telling people, like, the future of Halo Infinite could be in jeopardy. So honestly, the video is not that deep. Reddit actually summarized it pretty damn good. A user number 141 leaked. So in his video, Brad Sam says that Halo Infinite is not in good shape. Yep, we know. Apparently, it's not living up to Microsoft's financial goals. Now, Halo Infinite has remained a top-played game on Xbox, at least in North America, which I believe is the biggest audience for Halo, still. I have heard the game definitely is profitable and makes money, but it wouldn't surprise me that it's not meeting expectations. I mean, it's Halo on Xbox, you know? It's the one, like, exclusive shooter, you know, is a 20-year-old franchise. I'm sure they had expected it to be more up here, you know? And also, dude, that's why we do the shop updates, because, like, a lot of the shops have not been great, right? Like, you know, that's why we do them every week. So it's no surprise it's not making enough money. Like, the shop has not been that great a lot of weeks. Okay, so according to Brad Sams, here's the first kind of juicy piece of information. Management restructuring, so Bonnie Ross leaving, was Microsoft's reaction to Season 3's announcement. I'm annoyed I didn't make this video, but one of my reactions to the update where we got, you know, the roadmap and everything, when I was watching this, I was like, this seems like it was crafted not just for Halo fans, like an update for us, but this is also like sort of like a message to Microsoft executives, sort of like a video from Microsoft executives to be like, look, here's all the stuff we're doing for Halo Infinite to fix this game. Almost like selling what they're doing. Like, look, we're doing so much. Oh, don't worry about the vocal fan base. Like, look, we're doing so many things. That was just the feeling I got from it. So to see that apparently Microsoft was unhappy, and now, you know, that triggered the restructuring, I mean, it makes sense to me. Brad Sams also says he believes that Microsoft will be doing more changes. I have not personally heard about this, so we'll see. Microsoft wanted a Destiny-like live service. Okay, with Halo Infinite and 343, sure. If they really wanted a Destiny-like live service, my dude, then, like, they were not properly managing the studio. I would put that on Microsoft. Like, come on, man. There's no damn way. Brad Sam says 343 was not able to deliver the minimum viable product. Infinite was a money sink. Microsoft put hundreds of millions of dollars. We've all heard this, but, you know, this has just been super speculation. You hear that 500 million number thrown around a lot for the cost of development for Halo Infinite. I've heard it could be double that. It's just something we don't know. We just don't know for sure. Then he says contractors were brought in to help 343 as a lifeboat, and says that the contractors weren't the reason Halo Infinite, you know, ended up being scuffed. Honestly, I have heard something similar to this from multiple people who worked on the game. And essentially what it comes down to is that contractors, if they are managed properly, they help a game. Most games are made with contractors. Like, yeah, there's a lot of negatives. It's very unfair to contractors, right? Like, people deserve full-time employment and everything. But like, most games are made now with contractors. So if you manage them properly, it's no problem. And if you don't have them working on stuff that you're just going to cut from the game anyway, you know. So yeah, I heard this. And here's the big one. The big rift is just starting at 343. So I have heard something similar to this, which is why I said at the start of the video, I am absolutely worried about the development of Halo Infinite and its continued development. One thing to consider too, Bonnie Ross was at 343 for 15 years. So you know what that means? Anybody who's worked in any type of corporate environment will know this. If you've been at a corporation for 15 years, you have made a lot of friends. Definitely made some enemies too, but you don't last that long without having created friendships and people look out for each other. A too long didn't read way to sum it up is there's a lot of ass kissing that goes on, and it's almost in any workplace, and she was the boss, man. So for sure, there's people, I'm telling you right now, this 343 has hundreds of employees. There are tons of people who were kind of like friends with Bonnie Ross, right, are upset she's gone, and there's a lot of people in there who did not like her. And now those people might clash, right? Especially because we got a new boss, Pierre Hintz, and who knows who in 343, you know, was more aligned maybe with him, with his friends. You know, you know what it is, man? Business is easy. People are difficult. So it may well be a situation where Pierre has a different vision for Halo than Bonnie Ross. We're hoping he does, right? Because we did not exactly like Bonnie Ross's vision. But that means there's going to be a lot of people in there who were more on Bonnie Ross's side. Now they might not want to work with him. So, you know, again, just based off what I heard, but also what Brad Sams is saying with a big rift starting at 343, yeah, that makes sense. You got a boss that was there for 15 years, gone. Now you got a new person coming in. It would be an absolute anomaly that you replace a boss that's been there for 15 years, bring in someone else from within the company, and you don't have like issues of some kind. So, I mean, my final thoughts on all this, assuming this is accurate, because you never know with sources, you know, I believe that what Brad is giving us is information he actually receives. It's just you never know with sources. Sometimes things are off. But if all of this is true and there's more shakeups coming, and that's exactly why Bonnie Ross is gone, it really was. She essentially was told you got to leave. I think that's good for the future of Halo. I think that will get Halo back on track. But what that means is you got to bring in new people. You might have to get rid of more people who are connected to the other boss who don't want to, you know, fall in line and follow the new person. And so the right way to fix Halo, it's going to take years, honestly. It's going to take years to get everything all fixed. And we really don't know what the new leadership might have to decide to do. They might have to decide to make very difficult decisions that could result in ending the development of Halo Infinite. Especially if you need to get rid of people who are still connected to like the old way, who don't want to do things the new way, you know, and again, us as fans, we hope is the better way. So we'll see, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed.